All right. So when you get Google Earth launched, this is kind of what you'll see. You'll see a places on your left, and this is where we'll be adding some files. And then you see the map. It starts out showing you the globe, but you can zoom in wherever you want to zoom in. And so we'll start by adding some files. So this is the Dropbox file structure. I put it on my laptop. You can do the same. You can download it per the previous video. We're going to start with land status. So just click on land status and we'll start with Nevada. So just go ahead and double click on land status Nevada. And it's kind of a big file, so it might take a little while to load, but it should load up here. And yeah, so it's loaded, and then you'll see it under temporary places. And My Places is more of the permanent file, so we can save it to My Places later, but we'll load it up in temporary for now, and you can see it. So we're going to zoom in, and you can see all the colors. By the way, if you just click it, it'll zoom, and it'll do this kind of like angle thing. It kind of always does that. If you want to do straight on, just if you click on the map, you can click up or U, and it'll give you the up view. Over on the right, you can see this twisty, whatever, if you want to look at things from different angles. And then if you ever want to get back to north is up, just click in on your keyboard. So that's a little Google Earth lesson there. So you can see Nevada is 85% government land. That's one of the reasons we like it for mining claims and staking. And you can see some of the private land. So the land status is just an overlay on Google Earth, by the way. And so if you go over here, you can click and unclick the overlay. So if you unclick it, it goes back to the satellite view. And if you click it, it'll add the overlay. So it's a mildly transparent layer, so you can still see the satellite, but you'll see these overlay colors. And those will represent different surface land categories. In other words, who manages this land. So if you look at this pink area here and you just click on it, a little window will come up and it'll say DoD, Department of Defense. So we know this is the Groom Lake huge military base where they, do all sorts of military stuff. They tested nuclear bombs here and such. In Las Vegas, if you click that's clear. Clear is private, so PVT, private lands. That's Las Vegas. If you click over on some of this dark green stuff, La Madre Wilderness. So you can't stake there. Dark green, you're not going to be able to stake. Over purple, you can see it's Pinto Valley Wilderness, but I was looking for Lake Mead. Lake Mead National Recreation Area. So obviously you can't stake claims there. This is another Department of Defense, a little one right around Vegas. So what's that orange? Bureau of Indian Affairs. So there's some various Indian reservations and things like that. What we're really looking for is just plain yellow. So if you click that, Bureau of Land Management, that is usually stakeable ground. So there's some obviously more land research, but the first amount of land research we're doing is just what we're doing right now, going through areas and looking for plain BLM land or plain Forest Service land. So just this yellow is going to be BLM. You can click on it and see BLM. This green area here, kind of north of the 6, is Forest Service. So Forest Service, you can stake claims on just regular Forest Service. But this dark green up here, if you click Table Mountain Wilderness, no claims. So wilderness is going to be either a dark green or it's going to be this orangey color. So this is the wilderness study area, wilderness study areas. So those sometimes they'll study them and then they'll turn them back if they're not suitable for wilderness. Wilderness is, let me see, is that a wilderness area over there? Yeah, that's a study area. So you can see this is Walker River Indian Reservation. That's the Hawthorne military base over there. So you can just kind of click and see, but there's vast areas like over here, BLM, BLM, BLM. So vast areas of BLM land that's stakeable. If you go to the north a little bit, you'll see this checkerboard, and you can zoom in by Winnemucca. So every other section is private and every other section is BLM. So this is originally from the Union Pacific Railroad. So when the railroads built through, one of the incentives we gave them is every other section. They could get every other section. So the railroads own all this checkerboard. I think it's owned by Union Pacific Railroad. So this is just kind of a basic of the land status, and I think hopefully you can search around all the different states and look at the land status where you can potentially stake some claims. So this is our land research part 1.